Solve Media is growing up. We've got about 40 people now. We launched September of 2010. We've grown steadily this year. We'll be a double over last year. We've grown 4x on the publisher side and added some very, very big names to the mix. Working now with almost 6,000 publishers on an exclusive basis. We have two video products. We have a captcha advertising video product and now a pre-roll video advertising product. Pre-roll now represents about 20% of our business and is going extremely well. Google, in their YouTube business, owns about 70% of all streams. And all the rest of the publishers would like to have more video inventory than they do. They can't offer the same user experience that YouTube offers, where a consumer can willy-nilly skip a video advertisement. It would hurt their pocketbooks to do so. So we rolled out a product for the rest of the publishing set. We rolled out a product that would enable consumers to simply type in a quick marketing message and skip a video pre-roll to get to their content straight away. They can save a significant amount of time, which is really good native advertising in that the user experience is superior. Brands, especially on the video pre-roll side, think of the ability to type in to skip the pre-roll ad itself as an act of brand kindness. As we all know in this industry, video pre-rolls are often not capped. And so after you've seen it a few times, the ability to skip it and get to your content is really a good thing. It's a much better user experience. A lot has been said, a lot has been written about native advertising. Not too much of it valuable. So we took it upon ourselves to do a pretty extensive study of the marketplace. We surveyed agency folks, brand folks, investors, and publishers in the ecosystem, over 800 stakeholders in the ecosystem, and we found that it's a major trend and a major buzzword for a good reason. It's on the tip of the tongue of most media buyers, many publishers out there. The numbers that came in are impressive. Next year we expect over 50% of agency buyers to be participating in a native advertising buy. We've got 14% of online publishers reporting in that they'll be adding it to their rate cards in some capacity, allowing for some native advertising option. Many prominent publishers like The Atlantic are already doing so. We found 7 out of 10 creatives describing user experience as the most important thing associated with native advertising on the creative side. And with good reason, the Kelsey Group is calling for this subset to be a $3 billion market by 2016. We think it'll even be bigger. Native advertising is advertising that is superior user experience. It is in the flow of what the consumer is doing. It blends in with her surroundings, and it gives back to the consumer. It adds value for the consumer. We bifurcate it into two categories: brand as publisher and brand as intermediary. Very simple. So brand as publisher, defining example would be Tumblr. Content creation happens. They've got Radar, they've got Spotlight, both quality products that marketers can take advantage of. Brand as intermediary considers opportunities like Google AdWords, Facebook sponsored stories, sponsored tweets, and of course, Solve Media type-ins. Now, what's really interesting about our findings is that the ecosystem's ready for this. A lot of people have called native advertising content marketing. Previously, it's been called advertorial, though we really don't think advertorial is what the market needs. In fact, thinly veiled advertorial flies in the face of what we believe to be good native advertising. And so we've decided to help the community define it as better user experience in the flow and value add for those reasons. In the case of Solve Media, we give back consumers half of the time associated with typing in a security code. We save an average of 7 seconds per transaction. Now, multiply that by millions and millions of times a day, we save the world over a full year of time every single day. Saving time never goes out of fashion. We work with many in the Fortune 500. And we only charge brands when a consumer literally types in their specific marketing message. Now these opportunities, called captcha, present themselves on over 3.5 million sites globally and are solved over 330 million times a day. You find them in places where you would register, or you would submit a contest entry, or you would comment on a site. And instead of nonsense gobbledygook that you're used to seeing, where you squint at the screen, you peck away at the keyboard, you get it wrong repeatedly, there's a lot of frustration, we eliminate that frustration. Instead of typing in $A4, oops, is that a Chinese character? You type in something like Toyota Tundra. And there are 3 participants, as you know, to every advertising transaction. You've got the consumer, the publisher, and of course the marketer. For the consumer, we make the process delightful compared to where it was. We save half of the time, all of the aggravation. For the publisher, it's substantially better security in the first instance and a new revenue stream because we share revenue with the publisher, right? And for the marketer, it's the most memorable online advertising experience that we've ever seen. And a native one at that. It's in the flow, the user experience is better, and it saves a lot of time. It gives back to the consumer.